In the heart of a dense forest, a fierce battle raged. An elf, amidst the chaos, sensed a looming danger and glanced back, only to find himself nearly fatally wounded by a monstrous creature. A mysterious figure intervened, saving the elf from certain death, leaving the elf in a state of shock and gratitude. Overwhelmed by the selfless act, the elf expressed his thanks for protecting their tribe. As a token of appreciation, the elf offered the rescuer a special gift, introducing him to his sister. The elf's sister, in turn, warmly introduced herself to the man who had saved her brother's life, expressing her willingness to be with him. As time unfolded, the community rejoiced, their happiness evident as they witnessed the blossoming relationship between the man and the elf. The culmination of their love story arrived in the form of a wedding ceremony, where the elf, radiating joy, exchanged smiles with her beloved. Together they walked hand in hand, symbolizing their unity and commitment. The man presented her with a ring, a symbol of their eternal bond, and they were pronounced happily married, sealing their love in the presence of their community. Suddenly, a voice shattered the idyllic scene, commanding everyone to stop. A spotlight illuminated the speaker, revealing that the entire sequence was merely a scene from a game they were observing. The speaker emphasized that Ares was not just a game, it was an entirely new world. The audience was taken aback, realizing that what they had perceived as reality was, in fact, a meticulously crafted gameplay experience. Some initially mistook it for computer-generated imagery due to its lifelike quality. The host then revealed that Pureum Co. Ltd. Had transcended the boundaries of realistic gaming by creating an entirely new world powered by a super artificial intelligence. This divine being, known as the God of Ares, evaluated each user and bestowed abilities based on their achievements within the game. Those who received a revelation from the God of Ares would gain extraordinary powers and the opportunity to become heroes, earning fame and glory. Players could even establish their own factions and rule as kings, achieving anything they could in the real world. The crowd erupted in excitement, captivated by the game's unparalleled quality and the boundless possibilities it offered. The stage buzzed with eager anticipation as people clamored to purchase the game, eager to immerse themselves in this new reality. In the year 2045, Pureum Co. Ltd. released Ares, and within a year, the game's user base exploded, surpassing 1 billion players. One player remarked on the game's realism, noting that their real-world physique was reflected in their in-game avatar. Another player pointed out an event that had been present since the game's initial release, a challenge to break a dummy in 10 hits. Despite 1.2 billion attempts, no one had yet succeeded. One of the players commented that 10 hits seemed sufficient to break the dummy, but his companion countered that even gold medalist athletes had failed to do so, generating significant buzz around the challenge. A voice from behind urged them to move aside, and they turned to see Madoseok, renowned as the strongest man among primates. Madoseok declared his intention to break the dummy, his imposing size leaving onlookers in awe. Some speculated that he could defeat a bear with his bare hands. Madoseok prepared to strike, the dummy appearing small in comparison to his massive frame. He hoped to justify the 50 million won he had spent on a VVIP capsule. With a mighty roar, he unleashed a powerful punch, sending the dummy flying backward. The team leader, observing from the sidelines, wondered if Madoseok would finally succeed. A female colleague hoped for his success, fearing that his failure would lead players to believe that the quest was impossible, designed solely to attract attention and exploit players' money. The team leader considered intervening if Madoseok failed, but his colleague questioned whether the CEO would approve. Meanwhile, Madoseok, drenched in sweat, was stunned to realize that he had failed the quest. The two team members knew they were in trouble and anticipated a flood of complaints. They decided to grab dinner first, hoping to delay the inevitable. Just then, another team member called, announcing that another challenger was approaching. The team leader turned back, curious. A man stood before the dummy, holding a sword. The female colleague noted that he was wearing basic gear and wielding a sword from the cash shop. The two decided to ignore him and proceed with their dinner plans as the man prepared to draw his sword. He focused his mind, and suddenly a tremendous explosion echoed through the area. The two turned back in astonishment, their eyes widening at the sight before them. The dummy had been cleaved in two with a single, effortless swing. The man received a reward of +5 to all stats and 200 fame for his accomplishment. The two team members were dumbfounded, unable to believe that someone had finally completed the challenge. They stared at the man in disbelief, noting that he appeared to be an ordinary person. Then, the team leader noticed something and began searching for the grade of the man's sword. The female colleague was speechless when she saw the results. "The result is strange," she said, and the team leader agreed that it would be even stranger if it weren't. The sword was revealed to be an epic-grade weapon called Daylight. The team leader was astounded, struggling to comprehend how an ordinary-looking player could possess such a rare and powerful weapon. He wondered, who in the world is that guy? This is the end of the video. If you want to see the next part, don't forget to like and subscribe.